Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this one is part of my read and review series. So it's about books, and the book that I'm highlighting in this one is called The Murmur of Bees. And something really awesome happened when I was going through my traveler's notebook papers that I have. I found these, and I know they're from a Kelly Perky kit. I just don't remember which one. And I remember when I got it, I thought, what am I going to do with that? It's not something I would normally use, but I held on to it because you never know, and now it's going to be perfect for this book. So the first thing I need to do is cut down the papers. Her papers are always slightly bigger than the traveler's notebook. I mean, any style I've tried, they're always a little bit bigger, so I'm going to trim it down to make sure that it will actually fit in here, and I'll go from there. So I cut down the papers, trimmed them to the size I wanted, and adhered them, so that part is done. And then I realized that if I put the photo right on here, it's going to blend too much. I need a barrier there. So I have cut a piece of paper, just about 1/8 of an inch around, that will just give me enough of a border around the photo to really highlight it against that paper. So I will put those together and then figure out where I want them on the page. But I think I also want to work in some green because I do like the green tones here. And I think, again, it'll help separate the photo from the background. When I went into my stash to look for something green, I did find this strip of paper. So I think I am going to use it, and I'll just cut it in half and put one on each side of the layout. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be right at the edge, in the middle, or what, but I know I want to use that lovely shade of green. Okay, so I cut that in half, and now I am going to apply it here. And I need to figure out where I want it. Do I want it on the outside edge, the inside? Let's see here. I don't like it on the inside. I think more to the outside. And you know what? Because this is a little long, I think I'm just going to be creative here and just tear to make it fit. I'll give it a nice little white torn edge there, which works well, I think, and then I will adhere them to the background. So here's my background now with the green strips attached, which I really like. Now I'm going to adhere the photo in place, and as you can see, I just used a scratch piece that had white as the other side. I love to use every little bit of paper I can, so when I have a scratch piece like that, it doesn't matter if it's a pattern on the other side. As long as this side has what I need, I will use it. So there we go, that's in there. And I have no idea what else I want to include. I have lots of stamps that are about reading. I have some pocket cards. I don't think a pocket card is going to work here unless it's a journaling card, which might be okay. I could put it almost right across and make it work that way. But I definitely have things I want to say about the book. I enjoyed it very much, and so I do want to journal. So I'll have to figure out how I want to do that. So when I went through my stash of journaling cards, I found this one. Whoops. There we go. Which I love. It's yellow, so it matches the book. It looks kind of like a library card with the notebook paper, and then I can stamp stuff in here. So this is awesome. So I think I will do what I said. I will also mat this one so that they match, and then I will put it on the background directly across from the photo. I have mounted the journaling card on the white to match the photo, and now I have pulled out these two stamp sets, and I think I've found what I want to use for both lines here. I want to do fiction on this set, which is Well Read from Kelly Perky 2019, and then I want to use the one, I think, if it'll fit, Carpe Librum. And this one is called Read from Carrie Bradford Studio. So actually, before I get too excited, let me hold it up there. Oh yeah, that'll fit just fine. It actually would fit in either one, but I'll probably do it in the bottom just because there's a little bit more room there, and fiction is shorter, so I can use it in the top one. And there's the card all done. I love it. It's like it was made for this. I'm so excited. So now I want to adhere it, and I want to put it directly across from this one so that they look kind of matchy-matchy. Again, I used a scrap piece to mat it, which is just fine. There we go, about there, I think. Yeah. All right. So I am loving, absolutely loving the look of that. Now, what to do with the rest of the page? I'm not sure. I may just do like some rhinestones up top or something to add in a little color. But other than that, I'm not sure yet. I did pull out my rhinestones, and I've decided to just do clear ones at the top of the green paper, as I said I would. So I'm just going to take some glue dots, put them on the back, and then adhere them. I have added the rhinestones, which I love. I do think it adds a little bit of sparkle there. And I pulled out a bunch of my die cuts and phrase label things having to do with books. And I looked through there and there wasn't anything that was either the right phrase or the right color. So I'm actually not going to use those. And I think I'm just going to do some stamping, and I think I'm going to put it down here under the photo of the book. And that might be it. I decided to use the stamp that says page turner because this one definitely was for me. And one thing I want to say before I'm done is that this book, it isn't what I might normally pick, but I'm glad I did. It is about, well, it's about many things, but one of the main characters is a boy who is found abandoned as a baby, covered in bees. The bees do not harm him. They seem to be able to speak to him and understand him without words, and they stay with him for his entire life. And he has some deformities, and he's a very different child, and this definitely has some elements of mysticism in it. So if that sounds intriguing to you, you'd probably really enjoy this book. Normally that kind of mysticism stuff isn't my thing, but it works in this book, I think, and I did enjoy it. So if that's of interest to you, check out the book, and the layout's done. I hope you enjoyed watching me put it together. Thanks for watching, everyone.